Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing ProJect's brand new T1 turntable. This amazing entry budgety turntable is stunning. I don't understand how they managed to manufacture such a good turntable with such reliability for such a good price. It's astonishing, and I'm very, very proud to share it with you today. So, ProJect, all of their boxes, look, other than a bit of a scuff from freight, the boxes are basically white. ProJect has on both ends model and serial number information, both scannable in a little printed thing, and what cartridge is fitted in the factory. Some versions, of course, have come with some pretty elaborate cartridges. This has a good basic one, which is the OM5E. ProJect's new branding and logo on the other two sides, and it's all sealed with white paper tape. Opening it, really, really easy. A simple, careful slide down one side, and then across the top. Being careful, obviously, not to run your craft knife in too deep. As we have a look in for the first time, the first is the manual and some of the accessories that come with it. We're going to drill into that today. So opening it, very straightforward, little sticky dot holding it closed. What we've got is ProJect's drive belt. It's branded ProJect. We've got ProJect's brand new fully screened twisted pair audio interconnects with a good long tail for its earth strap. We've got some accessories that most people probably won't use. We've got a 45 adapter and an Allen key for the purposes of tightening up the counterweight. An excellent little feature that they now include is a very basic tip scale, so that you can help set up the counterweight and other things like that for the tracking force. And ProJect's instruction manual, along with unpacking and setup information. There is the felt mat. Now, this is good quality. It's kind of standard now with their basic entry-level products. It's a good thick felt mat, not too heavy. It does its job. That's all it needs to. Look, for those people that might want to explore it, there's a cork mat and a leather mat also available as an aftermarket accessory. Okay. Now there's a piece of simple cardboard just protecting the top of the Perspex lid. Okay. And then the lid itself. Now, the lid has hinge mounts at the back corners. So when you're taking these cardboard edges off and you sort of snag it and pull away, just do it like that. Right? It's the rear hinge that is snagging the cardboard, and it makes the process of removing this dead easy. There's one of those synthetic polish bags that actually helps protect the Perspex lid, and that's got a slight tint to it, which we see in the Essential and the Primary E turntables, so obviously a delineation there. The rest of the turntable is actually pinned in place with that cardboard that you see there. The cardboard is sellotaped, so a quick couple of nicks, and that protective cardboard can be removed. Okay, nice and easy. There's a couple of pieces of foam paper. This is simply to ensure that any vibration from stacking these quite high or heavy isn't going to transfer onto the surface, or the polished surface of the deck, and create any scratches in transit. Lifting the turntable out is relatively straightforward, and I'll just pause and show you the next layer. So just put that off to one side for a moment. The next thing, and again it's sellotaped in place to stop it from moving around, is the power pack. Now the power pack is DC, it should be 15 volts. It comes with a New Zealand adapter, New Zealand pin adapter. There we go. And that clicks in place really, really easily. A simple little click. round that way. There we go. Click it in place and away we go. 15 volt DC, so excellent, and obviously a universal power supply. The next layer is polystyrene. There's two pieces shaped to support in transit the glass platter, so you can see that scallop. So this is the first model that actually features a glass platter, and that's protected with again just a little tag. It's a frosted glass, polished on top, frosted underneath, and it has a centralized pivot point drilled into it. That seems to be a plastic washer of some kind around it. It's beautifully made. It's very, very well balanced and nice and heavy. Now, this is kind of important. With a platter, weight means inertia, and inertia means that you're going to have the right speed consistently. Okay, now, looking at the turntable itself. These polish bags must be removed with the greatest of care. You don't want to let that bag snag on anything as you pull it off. So just a moment spent is enough to ensure that you're not going to have a disaster later on. Okay, get rid of that. Now the central bearing and pulley wheel is held in place with a combination of cardboard in a plastic slip bag. Again, carefully removing that to ensure that you cannot damage the arm or cartridge. Okay, that's just to stop that from moving around in transit and stop it from spinning around unnecessarily. One of the reasons that it's pre-fitted is to ensure that there's no dust that could potentially build up in the central spindle. There's a little motor set off to one side. This unit has a speed box built in, so we'll have a glance at that for a moment. It's 33 and 45. Tapping changes speeds. Pushing and holding turns it on or off, depending on its state. There's also a switch off to one side, which is the main power switch for the unit itself. Spinning it around, and please hang around for the photographs. We can take some close-ups of this, both in its pre-assembled state, and take a few things off so you can see it close up. It has a very good, but relatively rudimentary steel arm. It's a brilliant arm for the price of this deck. I'm not beating them up for the fact that they've introduced a slightly sort of older model arm in this, because this is a price-fighting deck and it sounds astonishing. Look, if you want to get a carbon fibre arm, move up the food chain. The Debut and Debut Carbon, of course, are available. Looking closely, we've got the razor in lower and, of course, the counterweight that I spoke about, with a hex bolt for the aluminium key that allows you for some adjustment if required. At the rear, we've got the hinges associated with the Perspex lid, and we've got the output with its grounding. Over to this side, we've got the DC input, and at the base, if I just very carefully give you a look, we've got the motor housing and the 3 feet. Now, assembling this is really, really quick and easy, so I'm just going to throw a couple of things on. The belt is very, very straightforward because it's quite a small belt onto the motor. Very, very easy. Then, of course, the platter, like that. The felt mat, some people tell me it's optional. I like the look of it without it. Performance-wise, I guess you should probably use the felt mat. Look, it's your preference. You'd obviously connect the interconnecting cables at the rear, and then the lid. Now, when you're sliding the lid on, that's the type of thing that you should probably just spend a little bit of time with. If you end up with it wobbling out of place, then it will end up sort of bound. You have to take it all off and start over again. So just take a moment, and then it will be very, very straightforward. So there we have it, sort of an unboxing and a pre-assemble of the brand new ProJect T1 turntable. There we have it, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.